Women's Equality Month is set in August, largely because August 26th is the anniversary of national women's suffrage. Passage by Congress June 4, 1919, and ratified on August 18, 1920, the 19th Amendment guarantees all American women the right to vote. Secretary of State Bainbridge Colby certified the ratification on August 26, 1920, changing the face of the American electorate forever.
You know, it's really important for me to serve as a role model for not only my peers, but for the younger generation. You know, throughout our career, we experience successes and failures, but I think that we benefit from both and we grow from both experiences. If by holding true to my values and my personal and professional standards, if that serves as inspiration to others, then that's great. I hope I can do that.
Well, I think it's a great opportunity that the military have provided to the females. We had gone so far in getting to that equality level. I think the military is one of those entities that pushes equality more than probably any other entity out there. So I'm proud to be part of that and be part of that history of seeing the transition from women not having equal rights to now, you know, seeing where we had gone so far and see how we treat it equally across the board.
The second person that inspired me was Rosa Parks. She was an African-American civil rights activist, and Congress labeled her as the First Lady of Civil Rights, and also called her the mother of the freedom movement. On December the 1st, 1955, Rosa was on a bus, and she refused and disobeyed the order of a bus driver to give up her seat in the colored section to a white passenger who was not able to sit in the white section because it was filled. Well, she refused and disobeyed, and she was charged with illegal disorderly conduct and illegal violation of law. And because of her defiance in bus segregation, she led the Montgomery bus boycott, and that made a real difference in the civil rights movement.
One of the most proud moments in my military career was when I got to work a national counterespionage investigation. I got to work with the sister services, FBI, CIA, and it was the highlight of my career because I felt that I had a direct impact in protecting sensitive technologies within the Department of Defense.
It was getting back home from a 10th-month deployment and seeing my family at the gate, and just seeing their faces light up when they see me. When they saw me was amazing. It made everything worthwhile.
I think it's important because women are taking the time to serve their country just like men are, and they should be treated equally against their fellow soldiers. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, if you're going out there in the front line, or if you're deploying to Afghanistan, or if you're just coming to work every day in the same uniform as your counterparts. You should just see the uniform and not whether or not it's a man or a woman there, because you're all doing the same job.
The
future of our military, not just the Army, clearly involves women. They're going to be a critical and integral part of everything that we do as for the armed forces. And the truth is, I think that we're coming to a point where I think we will see all MOSs open as directed by the SecDef. And I would imagine, like has been over the case over the last almost 65 years, that the women will be successful.
For me, I have to say my proudest moment was when I got promoted to the rank of major. I had the opportunity to go up to Maine and do a small ceremony up there with my dad. Up until that point, my dad hadn't seen me get promoted. He was able to see me commissioned into the Army, but not been involved in any of my promotions. So we went up there, and I come from a very small town, and they decorated the streets with flags, and the VFW decorated, and it was just a beautiful event. But the more important thing was just the way the community supported me and me being in the military. The way my dad, he was so proud. He held his head so proud, with such pride. He looked at me with such pride in his eyes, and it made me proud to be an American soldier, and more so proud to be his daughter. It was a very touching time, and it meant a lot to me and to him.
Back in, I guess it was 06, 07 time frame, I was here as enlisted soldiers, and I met two female officers. The first one was Colonel Cheryl Harris. She was the G2 at the time, and she was this petite little woman, but she had such a large personality. You know, she entered a room, everyone noticed her, and but even though she was authoritative, she still maintained that femininity, which I think is important.
I've had so many proud moments while serving in the military, but I think my proudest moment was being selected to command at Officer Candidate School. It was truly a privilege and honor to be a servant leader and to be able to shape and mold those future officers, leaders in our military was just a great experience for me. And to now see them as great leaders and commanders themselves, that is truly a proud moment for me.
Graduating from basic training and AIT right after my English school was actually one of the proudest moments, because most of the people I know, and they thought it was going to be difficult just because my English wasn't the best, and my family was very proud of me, and that was very grateful for me, and that's what I think it was one of my proudest moments in my life.